What's going on to all my gamers and gamers? This your boy Canada, brutally honest gamer, and I'm back with another video. Let's get it, let's go, let's talk about it, you heard me? So, I'm gonna be real with y'all, right? I know I ain't been posting a lot of content on the Honest Gamer channel, and because I want to come up with some different ideas and concepts of what I want to do with my own type of series. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Sinister Tar Heel. He got his own series with the game anniversaries and back catalog stuff. And I just said to myself, you know what? Let me go ahead and come up with my own type of series. You feel me? Well, multiple series that I'm planning on. And this is the first one. This series is called Should We Worry? You feel me? And basically, what Should We Worry is basically about things that's going on in the gaming culture, like what's going on with such and such, like as far as like Xbox Game Studios or G4 TV, stuff like that. And should we worry about the negative side of it? Should we worry about things? You'll get what I mean as I explain further. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the 2K series as far as NBA 2K. And should we worry about it because of what's been going on with this series and why it has been going downhill ever since after 2K14, 2K15, you feel me? Well, really 2K18, that's just my personal opinion. So let's go ahead and talk about it right now, right? And this is my problem. This is my personal problems with NBA 2K as a whole, what we've been dealing with for the past few years, okay? So let's go ahead and talk about the first key thing, and that's broken badges. You feel me? When it comes down to broken badges, we've been getting tremendously on 2K a lot. Let me go ahead and explain. Like, okay, on 2K22, you're basically creating your my player, to be honest with you. And for me, I have a two-way three-point facilitator. That's the type of player I'm playing with. It's a point guard. It's a two-way three-point facilitator. You feel me? That's the best way I can explain it. So I'm good on defense. I'm good on offense. So it's basically one of the most balanced my player builds on the game, but it's really not in a way, because in this game there is a ton of badges that's in the game that you can unlock. You can get from bronze, silver, gold, and Hall of Fame, the purple. You feel me? But it's broken. For example, let's say if you use the Hall of Fame clamps, right? When you have Hall of Fame clamps, no guard that you're guarding should get past you, but the CPU is in a different level, because if let's say you're 99 overall, right, and you got clamps on Hall of Fame, you feel me? Again, no CPU should get past you if you got the clamps on. No way, form, shape possible. But within this 2K right here, they get past you easily. Every CPU that you guard, they get past you with ease. But on the opposite end of the court, when you're playing defense, you feel me? When you're playing offense, my fault. The CPU is on a Dark Souls level to the point where you can't even get past them. Even if you got the ankle brick on Hall of Fame, you still can't get past them to save your life. You feel me? Because the CPU clamps is on a whole nother level of extreme. And that's what I'm saying about broken badges. Like, let's say if you got the sniper badge, right, and you can shoot from three, and you have like and your 3-point shot is like at least a 90 overall, 99% of the time you should be able to make the 3-point shot, even if you contest it a little bit or when you wide open. And that's why I say these badges on the 2K is broken. On the last 2Ks, like 2K18, 19, 20, 21, 22, these badges has been broken and hasn't been utilized for this game. And that's why it has been an epic failure in a proportion. Like, for real though, if you're playing offense, there's no way that the defense should be overpowered like that. And that's what's leading on to my next problem that I have with 2K. Like, from 2K22, from season 1, the game was decent. Like, the offense, you was able to shoot the ball at ease when you're open, you feel me? And you could kind of get past the CPU a little bit in the game. It still was kind of tough to get through the CPU, but it was a little bit easier to dribble and do all that when it comes to going past the CPU. Or if you want to go for a layup or go for a dunk, you kind of get past the CPU. Even if you're playing on Hall of Fame, you'll have an easier way to get past, right? So that's fast forward. That was season 1. But fast forward to season 6 now. The game is so broken to the point right now that The CPU is so overpowered to the point they got extreme clamps onto another level where you cannot get past the CPU at all. When you're playing on the offense side of the ball, you cannot get past the CPU to save your life. You feel me? And even when you pass the rock, they can't even get past the CPU. And it's like making it complex. So I did a test on it on Hall of Fame, and the test on it on even pro, on a pro difficulty, is playing like it's Hall of Fame because you can't get past the CPU whatsoever. I'm not lying about that. You feel me? Like, for instance, let's say if you got ankle breakers up to the Hall of Fame, and you got downhill up to Hall of Fame, something like that, right? You're still trying to get past your CPU, and you cannot get past them whatsoever. My problem with 2K is that every time they do an update, they make the game worse. In the first season of season 1, the game was working flawlessly. There was no problems. The game was actually pretty good. It played very well. But fast forward to season 6, the game plays like NBA 2K18 all over again. And then not only that, I cannot make any jump shots within the game like I want to. Even when I get open with wide open shots, I cannot make the shot like I want to. And then not only that, when it comes to the game itself, right? Like, let's say if you want to shoot and you take the shot meter off, 99% of the time it's either slightly late or slightly early, and I'm making a shot. It really should be a green release. Honestly, we rarely get green releases, and that just shows how bad the game is at this point. Now, another problem that I have with the 2K series is underwhelming storylines. We've been getting these weird names with each of the My Player characters that is created, and then the storylines doesn't make a tad bit of sense. For instance, NBA 2K18, you're playing as DJ. Basically, you're an undrafted rookie or whatever, and you basically playing a couple of pickup games, and then you got a scout to pick you up, and then you got different trials with 3 different teams, and whoever gets you, they get you onto like some weird looking deal. You feel me? And the storyline is just terrible. It doesn't make any sense. You feel me? 2K19 story was trash. 2K20's storyline was trash. 2K21 story was trash. 2K22, the storyline was incorporated into the city the whole time. Basically, is everything you do is in the city, and then not only that, when you go into the city itself, you're just basically talking to people. They're trying to make it more like a RPG type of game, but it doesn't work in that way. It's just stupid as hell. You feel me? What they're gonna have to do is they're gonna have to really get a unique storyline and make it better. Because the way I'm looking at it, whoever's writing these storylines in the 2K series, they need to get fired ASAP. It's terrible. I am not lying to you. It is garbage truck juice. You feel me? I ain't lying. Now, another problem with 2K, and everybody knows is a fact. It's microtransactions to the core. They did microtransaction this game out to the point that the game is unbearable. They charge you an arm and a leg of VC to get such different packs and perks. Like, especially in my teams, they charge you an arm and leg for different types of VC to buy these different packs. That's some bull. And not only that, when you play on the My Career aspect of the game, and this is me being brutally honest, they making you pay an arm and a leg for, if you want to get tattoos, like 9,000 VC, 10,000 VC. Then they making you pay stuff like bikes for about 100,000 VCs, and different clothes for about 15 to 20 to even 75,000 VC. I'm like, that's outrageous. Then not only that, dribbling packs, dunk packs, they charge you an arm and a leg for all that VC. You feel me? So basically, on the next gen not next gen, current gen, the new gen version of these consoles, we have to pay $75 for the game, plus about another $50 to $60 for all that VC. When you're paying the $75 game, you're only getting 5,000 VC, which is outlandish. And then the way let's say if you're trying to actually get VC without buying the VC, you really gotta grind to actually get VC. You feel me? And that's the dirtiest part of the game about 2K, or Take-Two Interactive as a whole. They're gonna have to hold a massive L for that, because nobody has that type of money to be paying all of these microtransactions for certain things in this game. And that's why this game is an epic fail. It's an L on that side. And they've been doing this VC stuff since NBA 2K13. You feel me? NBA 2K13, that's when they introduced VC. Before then, with 2K12 and 11, we used the special points, you feel me? And that's why NBA 2K11 and 12 are always going to be the best 2K games out from that generation. This generation, we have not yet to actually see anything worthwhile with this new 2K. So let's go ahead and move on. Let's talk about, like I said, the gameplay aspect of it, right? Now, like I said, in the beginning of 2K22 compared to 2K21, like 2K21, you could barely make a shot. That's how bad the shot system is in 2K21. 2K22, they improved on that, but with Season 6, they reverted back to how 2K21 is. You can't even make your shot to save your life like that. And then, like I said, the overpowerness of the CPU in the game, that's why 2K22 went downhill. That's why nobody is really playing 2K22 at this point. There's one time I played recently of 2K22 and I went in the city. Nobody's really playing it. Nobody's in the My Park games playing it. Nobody's in the rec games playing like that. That just goes to show how bad the 2K series has gotten. Nobody is really playing it because everybody else is playing games like Apex Legends, the Call of Duty Warzones. Hell, even Fortnite is still popular, and I don't really see why that's popular at this point because I don't know. I don't even play Fortnite. But 2K has really lost its edge when it comes to what the core audience want in the aspect, right? And what is really missing at this point for this new generation that 2K needs to bring back is the real My Park that they had in the past. Like the 3 different areas, like the beach and I forgot the other 2 names of the areas of My Park, but My Park needs to have a full-fledged return instead of it being a city or the last gen consoles and having the boat situation where you going from boat to boat or whatever, whoop de whoop. They need to have a legit My Park and have great servers because also the servers is trash too on the game. You feel what I'm saying? So they definitely going to have to really bring that back on this next 2K, like NBA 2K23, because the city is bare bones of anything worthwhile, and they're really charging people VC, lots of VC just to get little cosmetics, and that's an L on their part. And the last thing that I'm gonna say on this right here, that the key thing that they need to fix, and that's really been wrong with this game, is the My Player creations. Let me go ahead and elaborate further, right? Let's say if you want to create a 2-way sharpshooter, right? The badges that's in this game is terrible and is useless. When it comes to creating this game, they're gonna have to figure out a way to create better badge creations for your player, because the way that they have the designs of these characters is terrible and the voiceovers is terrible. I am not lying to y'all. When it comes to creating these My Players, you know what I'm saying? They have done a terrible job on leveling out the system, right? Like, let's say if you want to put your stamina, your acceleration, your vertical up to a certain degree where you need to be, because really that's the main thing you really need to have kind of like to the max. But your dribbling mechanics, the defense and the offense, as far as 3-point shots, mid-range shots, free throws is out of order. And same thing when it comes to the finishers, because when you put a certain amount of level on each of it or much emphasis within that, it makes the game in a bad way, in a bad shape, like to the point where the badges is not up to par to where you want to have your character to where it needs to be. And at this point right now, like, let's say if you want to have a great finisher, right? Let's say if you want to have a good 3-point shot and a good finisher. Let's say, okay, you have like an 85 driving dunk and you have like, let's say, an 83-point shot, you feel me? And then you get some of the badges you get in the game is not up to par with what you're trying to create. And you have to like tweak it. Like, 2K will have to really go back to the drawing board and fix it. You feel me? So the question that is asked right now, should we be worried about the 2K series? Yes, because 2K as a whole of the NBA side has gotten too comfortable in basically kind of creating the same game and nothing that's advanced or worthwhile to have fun about. Because at this point, nobody's really talking about NBA 2K22 anymore because the game has gotten dull, it has gotten boring, and every time they tweak the game or supposing tweak the game, it makes the game worse. You feel me? So right now, at this point, yes, we should be worried about the 2K series because it's going to get to the point where nobody ain't going to play NBA 2K like that again, and they're going to lose money after a while. That's just the fact of the nature. So within that being said, you heard me. Comment below, what do you like about NBA 2K20, the 2K series, or don't like about it, or should they be worried? That's the key question. Should we be worried about the 2K series? I'm gonna leave it on that note. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell for when I drop videos. You dig? I'm out. Peace.